That's the one. Was I not recording that time? Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Monosi, or Monosi Eats Vegan, whichever one you like. Today we're making something that's going to be spectacular on your Christmas table. This is my pride and joy of all my recipes that I have created. It is my vegan strawberry cheesecake. It's the red, it's the white, it's giving Christmas, and it's giving delicious, delectable, and super creamy. So let's begin. As I'm sharing this recipe off, we're gonna need to make a crust, and over here I've got my food processor, which I'm gonna crush my biscuits in. I've got some ginger biscuits over here. I bought these ginger biscuits. They are the Checkers house brand ginger biscuits that are accidentally vegan. You can use any shortbread biscuits that you find. They just need to be the hard and crispy kind of biscuits. So I've got 200 grams of those that I'm popping in here. And luckily, one packet of these is 200 grams already, so that's great. And then we're gonna blend these until they are very crumbly and sandy. That happened quickly. This is the texture that you're looking for. You can see it resembles sand. That's what you're trying to get to. I'm gonna pour it into this bowl. All I'm gonna add 50 grams of melted vegan butter, and again, don't use the spread, it's not gonna set. Now, how this recipe came about for me, I actually just, you could say, dreamt it. I kept on getting the measurements because the Holy Spirit was leading me, and I was like, I've got to make this and try this out. And first try, it was amazing. Now you're trying to distribute the butter all throughout these cookies so that when you put it in the fridge, it hardens and sits hard, so you have a nice crust. Ginger is such a Christmas flavor, so like I was like, why not use ginger biscuits? So that's all mixed through. It looks like wet sand. You can see it looks like wet sand right now. That's what you're trying to get. Over here I've got a square piece of parchment paper, and we're gonna make a lining for the cake tin. I've got an 18 centimeter cake tin over here. I'm gonna line it so the cheesecake comes out nicely. Firstly, I'm folding it, we guessed it again, into a triangle, just like that. And then you're gonna fold it again into a triangle. Then you're going to repeat that process until you have a very thin triangle. And this is what we have. It looks like a paper plane. And then you're going to measure from the center of the cake tin. Find the center as much as possible, and then towards the end of your cake tin. And then you're going to cut it where the cake tin ends. Straight across, you don't need to cut at an angle. This is what you have, and when you open it, ta-da! It's a nice circle, fits right into your cake tin. Don't say I didn't teach you nothing. Now we're gonna add the cookies and butter mixture into the cake tin, and then we're gonna use the back of a spoon to press it down and try and get it as compact as possible so it stays together when you go cut it. I know this is a thick crust. I love thick crust. You smooth it out with your spoon while pressing hard on it, and there you have your crust. I'm gonna put this in the freezer and allow it to set before I'm gonna put the cheesecake mixture in it. Now we're moving on to our filling. Over here I've got 125 mils of whipping cream. This is vegan whipping cream. I'm using this whipping cream, Oli Whip. It is accidentally vegan. I find it at Checkers, Pick and Pay, Spar, all the big grocery stores have it, and you find it next to the cow milk cream, I guess. I don't even know how to describe milk anymore. Like, oh, what is that? Yes, you find it there. It's dairy free, tastes just like normal cream. I tell you, nobody will detect anything different. Now I'm gonna whip this using an electric mixer. I'm gonna whip it till it forms soft peaks. Be quiet. This is what you're looking for. You don't want it to be firm like whipped cream. You just want it to have air in it to create lightness for your cheesecake. Now we're moving right on to the next part of it. This recipe surprisingly uses tofu. I've got soft tofu in here. Trust me, tofu is what is needed in here. It's 400 grams of soft tofu. It doesn't need to be silken tofu. It's just soft tofu. That's what I have here. Over here I have 150 grams of, it's 150 grams of icing sugar. My brain is failing me. Right, and I know for some people it might seem strange, the tofu cheesecake, but just think, I dreamt this recipe up, I made it, it's delicious. A teaspoon of lemon zest going in. How much lemon juice is this again? I'm forgetting. It's a half a cup of lemon juice, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and then there's my secret weapon. Now, if you've had a lot of vegan desserts or cakes or whatever, sometimes they tend to taste a bit watery. I made this filling and I tasted it and I was like, something's missing, I don't know what it is. And then it came to me, it was like salt. Maybe if you season this thing, it'll taste delicious. Now, it doesn't make it taste savory, but it changes that wateriness that you sometimes get with vegan bakes, vegan dessert. Teaspoon of sea salt. It's not gonna make it savory at all. It's not gonna make it savory. And then I'm gonna blend this till smooth. We are nearly there. There's still a few lumps in here. Nice and smooth. This is what we're looking like. Now I'm going to transfer this filling from the food processor into this bowl. Now we're going to fold the cream into this. I'm going to split it into 3 parts. That's part 1, folding it. When you're folding, what you're trying to do is draw an 8, so to say. What I do when I fold is I go around and then straight through the middle. That's what folding is. Around, straight. You're trying to get the bottom parts to the top and then through. Like that, and then through. That's what it means. Now the reason why you fold is that you don't want to bang out the air that you've already whipped into your cream. Now I can add my second part. Now the last bit. Let me show you how light and airy this mixture is. Very light. I got the crust out the freezer. It's already hardened because the butter, it will harden quick in the freezer. Now I'm going to pour all of this mixture into the set cake tin. Look at how luscious. Baby, I've outdone myself with this recipe. Go. Then we're gonna smooth it out. I think it's gonna be hard with this. Let me get an offset spatula. Where are you, Offset? Spin it around as I smooth it out. There we have it. And then we're gonna we're gonna wrap this in cling film. And we're gonna set this for 8 hours minimum. I'm gonna do it 8 hours overnight, and then we will continue tomorrow. Good morning. It's the next day. I know I said good morning, but it's gonna be night when you're watching this. So good evening. I'm chopping up 75 grams of strawberry that I'm gonna cook down and then blend up, and we're gonna have a jam to spread across the top of our cheesecake. That is 75 grams of strawberry chopped. To these strawberries, I'm gonna add a third of a cup of custard sugar, and then a quarter cup of water, and a quarter of a teaspoon of vanilla. And then I'm gonna get that over on the stove to boil and be beautiful for us. We want it to reduce a little bit more and the strawberries to be soft, and so that you can turn it into pulp when you blend it. But we're really getting there. It goes quick. This is where we're at right now. You can see it's bubbled up and it's completely red and thickened. Now it's ready to be taken off the heat to be blended. I've got my coffee over here to solve my morning blues. Oh, so good. Now we are gonna blend the blend. The birds are loud, right? You want it as smooth as possible so you get a beautiful gel layer on top of your cheesecake. I was using the lowest setting, go figure. There we have our beautiful jam. It's nice and thick, ready to be spread on top of the cream cheese. Milo wants to say hi. Hi, too. Okay, over here I've got our cheesecake. Came right out the fridge. It is nice and set. As you can see, it's not moving. Now I'm gonna loosen it outside the tin. What I'm gonna do is run the knife along the sides carefully, and then I'm gonna open the spring foam. I was gonna say hope for the best, but we did great. Now I have got a cake stand over here. I'm gonna try and loosen it from the bottom of this cake tin. I think I've got it. And then I'll move this closer, and then I'm gonna slide it off onto, onto the cake tin. There we have our beautiful cheesecake. Move it over to the side. I'm gonna leave the paper. You must remember the paper is on when you serve it. Spread the jam. I loosened the jam up a bit with some water. It was already thickening too much. A few dollops, and then you're gonna get a thin layer of that. As I promised, it's looking a lot like Christmas. Look at her. She's pretty, but we're not done beautifying her. We're gonna continue decorating this beauty over here. So we have got some strawberries that I'm gonna slice extremely thin, that I'm gonna layer over the top of the cheesecake to make it look beautiful. This is how thin I'm slicing them. Just a quick slice of them. Mind you, I'm shooting this in the morning, so I'm gonna have cheesecake for breakfast. And now we're gonna layer these strawberries across, just layering them across in straight lines like that. Would a French patisserie hire me? I don't know. Layer them across like so, and there we have our beautiful strawberry cheesecake. You can see the crust over here. Beautiful cheesecake, beautiful strawberry top. Now we're gonna slice Now it's time to slice into this beautiful cheesecake. It's nice and soft as I promised. It's delectable and creamy. And there we got a slice. Now I'm gonna go in for the taste of this beautiful cheesecake. When I tell you melt in your mouth, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's so good. And the ginger biscuits were a great idea. The ginger flavor is delicious with this cheesecake. I love it. I'm having cheesecake for breakfast. No bake cheesecake that is delicious. I think that I have delivered. I hope you try it and then you come back day after today where you cook another Christmas recipe so we get delicious Christmas spread. Let me get another bite because it's so good. Thank you very much for joining me. Hope to see you again where we have another delicious Christmas idea, Christmas recipe we're trying out that's obviously going to be delicious and vegan. So from me and my cheesecake, hope you like this video and subscribe. Bye.